Hi everyone, welcome to Chabanji, my YouTube channel. And in this particular video, I'm just going to be very impromptu. So it's not organized in any way, shape, or form. I'll be all over the shop. It's going to be more about gratitude, the things I'm grateful for that happened in my life, not just the past year or the year before, but in my life generally, the things I am really grateful for. There's so many things I'm grateful for that I might not be able to mention in this video, but there's so many things that I am grateful for that I think I should share with you. So it's a no makeup video today. It's one of those things. Makeup, when I'm doing makeup, I have to be in the mood for it. So if I wake up, I'm not in the mood to do makeup, I'm not wearing that makeup. So it's one of those videos where one of those mornings where I feel like I can't be asked to wear makeup, and that's all it's gonna be. Although I've got lipstick on, but that's about it. No more, no foundation, no eyeshadow, no lashes, nothing. And I'll just dive straight into it. So happy New Year! And for those of you who've been able to achieve your goals that you had set out from the previous year, and you've managed to achieve them, um, good on you. Well done. And for those who've not been able to achieve them, it's not the end of the world. Just have to carry on. You don't have to change your plan. Just have to change. You don't have to change your goals. Just have to change your plan of how you're going to execute your previous goals that set out. Unless if you just want to do fresh goals. To me, I never change my goals. I always just change the plan. If that plan did not work out, and I always reevaluate and see what happened, what made me not achieve what I wanted to achieve, what did I not do right. So it's doing that evaluation, carrying on to do what you would normally do, or what you think is going to be able to get you to the next step. So grateful for having a loving and supporting family. When I was growing up, I always used to think, how can somebody grow up without a parent? It had never occurred to me that one of our neighbors that our childhood friend, she lost her mom when she was about the age of 8 or 9. At the time, I was about 6, and her mom passed away. But it had never occurred to me that I took that for granted. You have to grow with your parents. You have to have your parents. Like, how can you're a child? How can you lose your parents? I don't know. It was just me being silly or taking things for granted. And that's exactly what happened in my life. So at the age of 25, that's when I lost my mum. Um, I've done a video about it where I lost her to bowel cancer that later metastasized in her body, basically spread around her body, and later died. But before that, I took it for granted that she had to be there. I would just, pick up the phone, ring her, tell her something that I'd seen or wanted to speak to her about something. And she was that kind of woman that you would speak to no matter what the issue was. I was so open to her, and we had the really good relationship that we had going on. Not just me, but my other siblings as well. And the other thing that I'm grateful for with family is siblings. My siblings live abroad, and we have that good relationship with them. I do know a number of people who have their siblings and they do not get along. They live they live abroad. They could be like living like in different towns as well, and they don't get along. And that had never occurred to me that it's something that should be grateful for. I thought it's something, your siblings, yes, you may toss and fight, but you find a way of getting back together. But some people, if someone's been invited to a party and somebody's there, they would not turn up. If they turn up and they say, "Oh, so and so's at that same party that I'd been invited to," they would go. They won't be there, and they're like, "Your siblings, why can't you get along?" Um, but it's life. Things happen. People don't get along, and I took that for granted as well. So I'm forever grateful for my immediate family, my siblings, and my mum and dad. My mum passed away, but I'm still close to my dad. So he's another person that I speak to on a regular, and we get along. If you had me speaking to my dad, do you think I'm speaking to one of my peers? That is the relationship I've got with my dad. We do get along like really well. We do have some times where he can be annoying, and I'm sure I can be annoying to him as well, but we get along um, for the most part. Now, business wise, I am grateful that I am still running an online business, still in the e-commerce space that I want to grow bigger and bigger. I've been able to create more digital products that I sell on different platforms, and I don't take that for granted. I do know people that have been in a similar situation as me. We all started out together, but they've they've not seen a future. They've not seen the results that they thought they'll be able to achieve. So they've decided to call it quits and do something different, or change their way of, of their way of going to their way of making money. So I am still soldering on. I'm not saying it's easy, or but it is doable. And also, it's not a case of, oh, you set out your goals, you set out to, produce this product or a service, and it doesn't turn out as you wanted to. The key for me that I've decided to do is to evaluate. I evaluate a lot and decide, go through the things and decide if that's going to be viable. Can I actually continue with that, or do I need to change um, the whole way I'm executing that plan? So I'm very, very systematic that if I set out a goal, I've done videos about how you can set achievable goals, and if that doesn't work, I don't change my goal. I always just change the plan. If I am selling that similar item, let's say on Etsy, and it's not working out as I wanted it to work out, I need to know why is it not working out. The data is there. If people are clicking on your product, or they're coming into your shop and looking and seeing, but they're not actually buying, why are they not buying? Is it a price issue? Is it an image issue? Is it keyword issue? What do I need to change? I mean, I'm talking about things that are in the e-commerce space, like keyword research and finding the right keywords that clients or customers click in or type in if they want to find a particular product. So it's actually sitting down and analyzing the data. So because it's not my forte, what I normally do is I liaise with other people. If I find out that's the issue, what I'll do is I try and liaise with other people who can interpret the data for me, because it's not something that I normally, it's something that's out of my comfort zone, and I'm not able to fully understand the data. So what I do is I liaise with the people in that space, the e-commerce space, that can enable me interpret the data and then take it from there. So you have to be really willing to do these different things. You can't just say, oh, that's my product, I've done the images, I've done my keyword research, and that's the end of the world. I should be able to get all the sales coming in and start cashing out. It doesn't happen like that. You may plan out something, but then it turns out completely different. So, however, I've been able to carry on doing what I'm doing, and the sales are coming through. Sometimes they dip, and that's when I, like I said, I reevaluate and find out why the sales dipped. So I am forever grateful that my business is still running. Some, like I said, some have actually stopped running an online business because it's not turned out that the way they had planned. And the other thing that I'm grateful for is being patient. I think when you start out and see all the gurus online, you see some people just do that one product that just hits the market, and they're just cashing out. We always think it will be the same for us. So if that doesn't happen, you're like, okay, I'm a failure then. It's not working out as I thought it would, and they don't stick out as long as they should, or they should, you know, um, evaluate and see what did not work out. They just think, oh, it's not working out, and because of that, I'll just quit and not, carry on doing what I'd set out to do. So they change the whole goal completely, and it's not something that I do. So I always, it all stems from my nursing background. Like when at the end of every shift, when I first started out in my nursing career, I had set out that I decided that every end of the shift I'm going to evaluate what I had done well, what I hadn't done well, and what am I going to do about it. So with that, I changed that to weekly. So at the end of my shifts that I've done, my 3 shifts, it could be 3 or 4 if I've done overtime. I always evaluate and see what did I do well, what did I not do well, and that helps me um, in giving a better service to the people that I work with, work better as a team, work better in a team, and also provide good patient care. Now, it's the same skill that I carry on in my day-to-day life. If things don't work out, they expect them to work out. I always go back to the drawing board and find out why it didn't work out. So, which then brings us to just being grateful for life, taking it for granted that we're supposed to be living up until this age. So on the 12th of March, I'll be turning 35, and I don't take it for granted. I've both known, who've died before the 35, the 35th birthday. So I'm forever grateful that I still got the gift of life and a healthy life of that matter as well, not just necessarily. So you might be alive, but you don't feel like you're fully living to your best. Like you don't feel like you're healthy with your life. You're always constantly being unwell. It could be a case of you being constantly in pain, having different issues happening to your life. So it's just being grateful that I'm alive. Just being grateful for that, and grateful for the challenges that I've had throughout the years of living on this planet that have made me a better person, and I've been able to learn from those mistakes or challenges. And yeah, so it's more about gratitude. So, what are you grateful for? Share with me in the comment section. Let's have a chat. And I'd like to thank you for watching my YouTube channel. I don't take that for granted. I mean, there's so many channels on YouTube. There's so many things that you could be doing. But the fact you've taken that time in your busy schedule to actually watch my videos, I am forever grateful. And for those of you who are watching my videos on Instagram, because I post them on Instagram as well, and I'm also grateful that you watch my videos. So for those of you who are starting out in the e-commerce space or in the content creation journey, um, I say that you just have to stick it out. It's not easy. I'm camera shy, but I'm getting more and more used to the camera. So yeah, I'm just forever grateful. So, like I always say, visualize your higher self, show up as them, and be the change that you want to see. Thank you for watching. See you again. Bye.